So today I'm going to talk about truth and also appearances. They kind of fall along the same thing, and I'm going to be staring at my face for a while here because, I'm a human and I'm not used to making videos so far. So I'm a little obsessed with the truth of how I look. Now, when you are feeling not so great about the way that you look, a hat helps. I also like sunglasses because they cover up a good giant portion of your face too. And then you also don't have to, connect with people, because if you're trying to avoid that, there's some people out there, let's be honest, the spiritual community will say that you should love all people, but some people are literally out there just trying to suck the fucking light out of your soul. And for sunglasses, I choose to give my light to people who actually, who are actually kind and loving, or who maybe aren't kind and loving, but they need a helping hand. And sometimes that can only really be done from a distance. You can send someone, positive vibes. But you don't have to stand there and take in their negativity and hate. But since I'm working on myself, let's just take this off and this off. That's what I look like. Okay. So with Instagram and Facebook and all other social media, it's become just a shit bag of fake, 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 fake. There are amazing looking people out there. I know this, they wake up just being gorgeous and, fuck them. So, but it's important to remember that appearances, when you're primarily focused on appearances, and I'm not talking about in all situations, but a lot of times it means that you really are not looking at all the other gifts that you have inside, your other abilities. You might feel as though that's what you have to give to the world, and that's okay if you feel like that, Most humans are visual. We're visual people. We like to look at things that are aesthetically pleasing. So oftentimes, if something's not aesthetically pleasing, we don't give it the time of day. We can't hear what they have to say, or we don't want to see what they've created because we're just focused on the visual appearance. Stephen Hawking is a intelligent genius, but a lot of people would rather read his book than look at him. I mean, that's just the honest truth. And we're being truthful right now. So this is my face. Now, also it's important to remember that how you view yourself is going through a filter of your own emotions. So on one day I might feel like fucking Beyonce, I might just be feeling myself. I go from the full spectrum of thinking I'm a hideous, deformed monster that no one could ever find attractive, all the way up till, the delusion of being, a super, I would say fucking 9, I could be a model, and guess what? Neither one of those things are true, okay? It's just all based on how I feel inside about myself. So if you're super obsessed with your looks, that might, you might want to stop and really think about who in your life has made you feel like that's all you have to give. Who's either showered you with compliments or, let me raise this up a little bit. Who's either showered you with compliments because they wanted something from you, especially if you're a girl. Maybe, lots of guys, they're men. It's natural. They want sex a lot of times, especially if they're not fully developed. And sometimes even when they are, that's just a natural instinct. We're animals. We like to mate, blah, blah, blah. But, or who's made you feel like shit about the way you look? Who's pointed out, something about you that, was just made you feel really insecure and like wanted to hide it, But if we're being truthful, then we're going to take a good look at what we actually look like, okay, whether it bothers us or not, so that next time some sick fuck or some just, emotionally fucked up person themselves needing something or wanting to spread hate comes along to talk shit to you, you're going to know, you're going to have a good gauge of where you actually stand. And it's important to look at your other strengths and abilities too. The things that you feel you have to offer to the world that have nothing to do with appearances. That always helps as well. So what I want to do first is just like sit here and maybe talk a bunch of shit to myself, all of those fucking thoughts that either, I've developed or taken on as my own thoughts, or, just emotions disguised as thoughts about my appearance. I'm going to get all of that out of my big, dumb head. So, because that's where they have the power, is when your thoughts are swirling around in your fucking head. They have all the power. You need to have an outlet, some way to just get it out of your fucking head, whether that's writing, art, talking to a friend, talking to yourself, a camera, whatever you want to do, just get it the fuck out of your head. It's important, or else it's just going to live and breed and grow in there. So what I'm going to say right now is that I look fucking hideous without makeup. I got adult acne. My eyebrows, after years of plucking, are barely hanging on, like a, what are those things called? Like a turd that doesn't drop. I mean, what is it now? The only thing that's coming to mind is doppelganger, but I know that's not it. It's damn, I can't fucking remember. I'll remember by the time I'm done filming this. But anyways, dingleberry, they're hanging on like a dingleberry to an asshole. Anyways, so there's that. And then, the shape of my head's rather large. My hair is just hanging there. My lips are dry. I have dark circles under my eyes. Blah, blah, blah. But also, after you're done getting all that out, you might want to notice some positive things about yourself to just kind of even the playing field, okay? And even if they're the dumbest things ever, that they don't make, they wouldn't make a regular person feel good, it will make you feel good by pointing them out. Like, oh, I have a face, I haven't been, mauled by a bear or suffered some, painful burns. Things are pretty, even. I have hair, whatever. I have lips. My teeth are fairly straight. And this might make you feel stupid, but just keep going, whatever. And don't feel bad about pointing out good things about yourself. A lot of people would lead you to feel like dumb for liking shit about yourself. That's the kind of world we live in today. If you're confident about something, then you're an asshole, and you need to be humble. And they skew the definition of humble, which is like, that you have to just take shit from people, when you don't. You don't have to take shit from people. You don't have to believe the things they say, and you don't have to be around them when they make you feel bad about yourself. Save that wonderful light inside of yourself for, either just loving your own self or your family or your small group of friends, whoever it is. Anyways, so, and we're focusing only on appearances right now, but the truth is that, you also need to, take some time to look at your other abilities. I know I already said that, but that's important, the other things that you have to offer. But when you're, in a mood where you're focused on appearances, just know that's probably the reason why, and deal with it. Okay, now there's a lot of other things that I could do in order to, make myself feel better. And yeah, a lot of times it's good to let your skin breathe, or to not care what people think, and not wear makeup, or to just be free. And that's fine. That's fine too. It's always good if you're in that place. But if you're not in that place and putting on a hat makes you feel better, if, you know, putting on some makeup makes you feel better, then do that. I mean, it's all about how you feel, you know, because you can't give love to someone else when you're feeling shitty yourself. Either, you know, stay inside, try not to say much to anyone if you're just going to spread, you know, hate or whatever. And there are people that will understand that you can talk to about that type of thing, but most people, they ain't got time for that. They ain't got time for that shit. So wear your hat, wear your sunglasses. I really fucking hate bank robbers and murderers because they've taken the mask and turned it into something just horrible. We just associate masks with like scary people now. Because really, I mean, if that had never happened and masks were just masks, we could just walk outside completely comfortable and, you know, not really care about what we looked like. You know, that wouldn't be the main focus. But anyways, today I'm probably going to wear my hat. I like this. Well, I'm feeling this right now. It makes me feel better. So anyways, I hope that you feel good about yourself. And I hope some part of this helped, or that I at least made you feel better about the way that you looked. So anyways, later.